Welcome to part 2 of our Boquete road trip. Okay, so last week in part 1, we visited some restaurants and I showed you where we stayed in Boquete. Definitely worth a look. I will link that video below. Okay, today we're going to finish up our Boquete trip, which was only one night, 2 days and 1 night, not even 2 full days. But today we're going to eat some more food because when in Boquete. And we're going to do something that is very popular in Boquete. We're going to go to the 3 Tuesday markets. So I'm going to give you a little tour of each one, show you where they're located. So when you come into Boquete, you can find the markets and shop for yourself. They're pretty fun. All right, so before we get into it, a little bit of housekeeping. Number 1, make sure you subscribe. That little button's down there because we're going to be doing lots of road trips. Now that we've been in Panama for over a year and we've kind of got our property settled and things are kind of cranking around here, we're ready to start exploring the country. So if you want to explore with us, you need to subscribe. And not only subscribe, you need to click notify. So when we put up a video, you get a notification of it. And if you want to discuss this video or anything else Panama related, be it expat or tourism related, come on over to the I Go Panama Facebook group. We've got, I don't know, like 2,300-ish people over there asking and answering questions about everything and anything Panama. So, hope to see you there. Now, let's go to Boquete. Well, it's the next morning, and after a good night's sleep, we are ready to hit the Tuesday markets. So we're back up on the balcony this morning of the Buena Vista. I'm out of breath because I climbed 2 flights of stairs. But, oh my gosh. It's just beautiful this morning. Perfect day. We're gonna go find some breakfast. No, it's not. Okay, my viewfinder has decided to take a crapper. So I don't know if, what? Oh my God. Okay, so I never wear my sunglasses and Brian said, it's really sunny out this morning. You're probably going to want your glasses out of the truck, so I got them. So then we're walking along, and the whole point of this piece of the video was to be, look how far we've walked, and we haven't sweated yet, which, you know, if we walked more than like 3 steps is more than at home. We can go without sweating. So I couldn't make the viewfinder work. I was like, it's not working. It's not working. I can't believe it. It was working on top of the balcony. And then we're like messing around with it for like 2 minutes trying to make it work, and I'm just like, oh man, fine, forget about it. We'll just try it without it and hope we point it in the right direction. Then he puts my sunglasses on my head. Viewfinder works. You just can't see through the lenses. All right, a very short walk from Buena Vista. We saw some nice plants in some different people's yards, which I always enjoy doing. And now we've reached our breakfast destination, the Boquete sandwich shop. So I see really good reviews online. Let's see how they stack up. Of course, the first thing Frugal Mary looks at is the prices, and wow, they are really good. Like, here's a taco bowl for $3.95. You can have pork, beef, chicken, fish, or veggie. Tacos are $2 each. Breakfast omelets for like $6, and that's just like the Tuesday special menu. Then they have all of this. I mean, there's breakfast and lunch and salads, sandwiches, hamburgers, hot meals. I mean, okay, they have a lot of stuff and the prices are pretty reasonable. So I gotta sit down and figure out exactly what I want for breakfast. Okay, for a starter, I went with a pineapple juice and it's got a pretty little strawberry on it too. Brian went for coffee, but I don't like coffee. Okay, I cannot believe how fast these restaurants serve you around here. I mean, we have not even been here, what, 5 minutes? Not even.
Less than 10.
Yeah, and so, yeah, so Brian got birds in a nest, so he got 2 fried eggs on top of sauteed potatoes, and then he got a side of bacon too, and so I think that whole thing was like $7.50 for all that. Yeah, something like that. With the fruit, yeah, it's good. All right, I'm still waiting on mine. It should be here shortly. All right, Brian, you can go ahead and dig in. That's fine. Okay, I just had to wait a minute and mine came out. So I have the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich with fruit. And I think mine was I don't know, like $6, I think. All right, we finished our breakfast. It was very, very good. So we each had our breakfast, plus I had a pineapple juice, he had a coffee, and it was $18.60 total. So not bad at all. Perfect portions, really tasty, highly recommended. All right, now we're off for more adventures. We're leaving the Buena Vista this morning, and I saw there's a beautiful hibiscus that was in there that I was like totally in love with, which is strange because I have so many hibiscus, I get sick of looking at them. And there was a cutting over in the trash, and I picked it up, and as I walked up, the gardener said, "Para sembrar," which means like, is that to plant? And I was like, "Sí, vivo en Bocas, I live in Bocas." And he said, "Hay muchas." Basically, he was telling me I could take whatever I wanted out of the trash. So I did. So we've already started our plant tour, but that's what we're doing today, is going to all the viveros. So that's going to be another video. But right now we're on our way to the Tuesday markets here in Bocas. So that was kind of our primary reason for coming to Bocas. I've always kind of wanted to go to those markets and see what they're about. All right, so we're leaving the Buena Vista. Let me give you pros and cons. Pros, really great location. Like, we could walk to everything in Bocas, in Boquete. Like, all the little restaurants and shops and downtown is all just right there. Simple walking. Easy parking. They have this parking lot here with your room numbers. So you have parking for one vehicle. The rooms are extremely clean. Like, the whole hotel, very, very, very clean. That upstairs, that rooftop balcony, super cool. Wow, cons. Cons, the floors are cement, so when people are in the hall, the sounds kind of echo a little bit, but not a big deal at all, really. And the Wi-Fi was decent enough for me to be able to work once I got on the right network. We definitely stay here again. It's a really nice little place. Like I said, super clean, great location, highly recommended. Let's go to the Tuesday markets. Okay, we have made it to the first market. This is the Bcp Tuesday Market, and it's right here at the fairgrounds in Boquete. Can't miss it. And in fact, the very first time Brian and I came to Panama, a little over 6 years now, yeah? 6 years ago now, we came to these fairgrounds for the Orchid Festival that was in April. So it's kind of fun to be back here again. All right, let's go inside and see what they got. So funny, because as soon as I turned off that last video, this couple walks by and they said, "You don't know us, but we know you. We've been watching your videos and they've helped so much." We're rock stars even in Boquete. All right, so here's the inside of the market, and we're just gonna kind of walk by and see what cool things they have, and I'll feature some of them on video. They have like some textiles and things like that in here. I guess that's what you call it. I'm not into those sorts of things. But oh my gosh, Brian pointed this out to me. I walked right past it. That is so cool, and perfect timing too, because today's the 2nd, so it is Dia de los Muertos. That's really cool. And look at that purse. If I carried purses. This is Michaela, and she's the daughter of one of the artists here, and she painted this all by herself. It's beautiful. How old are you, Michaela?
I have 7.
7? I'm 50 and I can't paint that good. That's beautiful. You have a beautiful booth. Okay, so the beautiful Michaela talked me into a mask. Plus it matches my new MOLA dress that I got, that I'm just wearing for the first time today, so it works out good. We just had another couple walk up to us. Darcy was the lady's name. Did you get the guy's name? And Kyle from Seattle. So they recognized us from the videos. So yeah, that's like 2 in one place. It's pretty weird. All right, we're still walking around. We'll find some more cool things. So this lady is selling all kinds of different types of honey. So this is natural. These are safe colors. Safe. No, the natural. It's 15 is 15 for that one.
I think I want to try the pina.
Pina? Okay. So anyway, this lady is selling honey, and she has it's all organic, and she has different flavors. She has pineapple. She has this is orange, carrot honey, which sounds really interesting. Mora, which I'm not sure what that is exactly. But yeah, she's got some beautiful things. So Brian is a honey connoisseur, so he got the piña.
Okay.
Okay, so the Bcp Tuesday Market was a lot of fun. Meeting the little local girls, that was probably the highlight. I prefer to support local people, and so that's pretty much what we did. We supported the little girls with the artwork and their father with the masks, and the lady who had the organic honey. So now we're heading over to what I think is the other market at Tap Out.
Hello.
Hi. And apparently someone else that recognized me. This is crazy. Okay, so this is right across the street is the Tap Out Market. So we're gonna head into here and see if we can find anything else. So this one is a little bit more like open and outdoor, which is good when it's weather like this. Probably not so good when it's not weather like this.
No, nobody has.
Okay, but we're gonna cruise through here and see what we can find.
Yes, you gotta meet Paquita because
One lady was trying to sell me scarf, alpaca wool scarves. I was like, no, vivo en bocas, no necesito. Okay, so what attracted me to this booth was sandfly repellent, which is chitras, which that's what attracted me. But then I smelled the chocolate and then I saw it. Look how beautiful this is. And the really cool thing is that he buys his cacao beans from the co-op in Almirante. And I was just there on Saturday. This is Tuesday. I was just there on Saturday dropping Timo off because he had to sell some of his organic cacao beans to the co-op. So super cool. Maybe some of these are Timo's. I don't know what all that is, but it looks really good. But I've already had breakfast. Yeah. Okay, so Tuesday Market at the Tap Out was a success. We ended up with some chocolate from this guy, and we were talking to him, and he said that he buys from the co-op in Almirante, which is right where Timo sells his cacao beans to, and Popsy too, and told him that we have our own cacao stuff. And he said for us to bring him a sample. So I think we're gonna bring him a sample of ours and Timo's and Popsy's, and maybe we can sell direct to him. So it could be a really good thing. All right, so now we're into the very last market of the day. Okay, so look, if you come across the bridge, over here is the Bcp Market. Right across is the Tap Out Market. And then inside this little area, there's just like some little handicrafts and things. So we're gonna go check that out. Back here seems more like a permanent,
Swap meet
maybe,
type thing.
like maybe not swap meet, but like a tourist craft kind of area, like for local artisans, I think. So it's just all these little stalls like this. I think that's going to do it for our time in Boquete. All right, Brian. So what do we think of our time in Boquete?
It's been very nice.
It has. So what do we?
A lot of good stuff and
Yeah.
had some really good meals. And good
Yeah.
chocolate.
So I would say, okay, so coming from feral jungle people who live in Bocas, I would say the pros here are probably what the cons are. Pros, pretty much everyone speaks English. It's very westernized. Yeah. There's tons of restaurants.
Very touristy.
It's very touristy. I mean, it's like coming to a tourist town. Bocas town on Isla Colón doesn't feel so touristy like this at all.
Well, Bocas Town feels a little more rough touristy.
Yeah, more for feral tourists.
Yeah.
This is more for civilized people here. So, I mean, so those are like all of the kind of pros to Boquete. You know, lots of amenities at your fingertips. You know, it's sprinkling a little bit right now. It's cloudy. It was beautiful and sunny this morning when we woke up. So weather is probably a pro depending upon what it is that you like. I know that there's times of the year where it gets super windy and cold here, which I would not like. But again, I think a lot of those are cons, and why we personally chose to live in the middle of a nowhere rural jungle where we don't have all the restaurants. We were talking about how much more money we would be spending if we lived somewhere like this where all these restaurants are at our fingertips. I mean, we have to cook every day. And I've seen more white people just this morning, since we've been out since like 7:30 and it's now 10, than I've seen in the last 4 months combined since I got back from the United States last. So, you know, for me, that's a con. That's just culturally not really what I want. Plus, like I said, pretty much everyone here speaks English. So that doesn't give me much opportunity to practice my Spanish, which I try to do. I still speak it poorly, but I like to practice it. So again, this is probably a place I would say we'll come maybe once every
come back.
every
Yeah.
6
It's not
to 8
horrible
weeks
at
or
all.
something.
No, it's a very, very
No.
nice place to be.
Yeah, it's just a nice place to maybe kind of get out of Bocas for a little bit, you know, get a little bit of civilization. I can see why people live here. Not for me, but
It's beautiful.
it's beautiful.
Clean,
It's clean,
very friendly.
very friendly. Yeah, it's a cool place. All right, so that's it for our Boquete adventure. We have lots more adventures today, though, and those are going to be next week. So make sure you subscribe, especially if you like plants, because I'm going to be visiting a lot of viveros, plant nurseries here in Cherokee all day today. All right, so we will see you next Friday.